June 10th. Oh, wow. Oh, here's a good question, and one that I'm pretty sure I've talked about before, but in an official capacity, we're going to answer this. How do you feel about meeting people online? Well, I guess there's a couple of venues in which this happens. The one that I am most familiar with, well, the two that I'm most familiar with are, number one, in a game, like in an online game, and number two, in the dating space. And I can't say I'm really fond of either one, or at least I want to be. I want that to be a positive experience, and it just never turns out that way. Not hardly. Not really. Like playing a game, well, so most of my interaction online does come in the form of playing video games with people. But I don't really play online video games except for one. I play Final Fantasy XIV, and my interaction with people is minimal. I mean, non-existent almost. Really, the only way that I interact with people on there is when we're going through a dungeon. You gotta work together in order to kill everything, beat the bosses, blah blah blah. But I don't talk hardly ever. If I do, it's I try to be positive on there. I think most of the people on that game try to be positive, which is awesome. But yeah, like even so, I'm just like I don't feel the need to say anything to people. I mean, first of all, it's hard enough trying to talk to somebody, like, type in the party chat to them and still play the game on the controller. It's too much. Like I just like even having the keyboard to do it just doesn't. It's not a great solution. And I know like everybody is like, oh, well, just play on the keyboard then. Play mouse and keyboard. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna play on my controller for my PlayStation. And then number two, meeting people online through dating has been largely a negative experience. I mean, really, there's only been one positive experience. And I know I've already talked about her. It is just such a mess. It is such a flawed system, and I don't know what the answer is to make it better, but man, just here's what you do. Here's what I was told to do anyway, in order to maximize the amount of matches that you get with people. Like everyone. Just hit the like button or swipe right or whatever you do on everyone. And then when you get likes back, just filter through those. That's awful. That is an awful way to do it. Like the premise is that you're supposed to like the people that you actually like, that you think would be a good match. But because there's so many terrible people out there ruining it for everybody else, that doesn't work. So yeah, online dating is awful. I would love to meet more people that I see online and hang out, go get dinner, go get a drink, something like that, play games with. That'd be awesome. But it just doesn't happen. And the more it doesn't happen, and the more that, just because of the model, the more you get ignored, the worse you feel about it, because you just feel like there's nobody out there. Either there's nobody out there, or everybody out there is ignoring you in the worst way possible. And it's not their fault. Like, these profiles that you see may not even be active. or they're drowning in a sea of likes from all these guys, and most of them are just after one thing, and it's like, well, that leaves the few of us who are trying to make a connection with someone, leaves us high and dry. Ugh. Yeah, terrible system. I really can't wait to see someone revolutionize that, and make it a more effective method for meeting someone who you can get along with and build a life with. So yeah, meeting people online it's the Wild West out there.